Hello, welcome to the work-in for this Saturday. Just gonna wait a few seconds so I can see that I'm live. Yeah, 1%. Can you give me a thumbs up if everything is fine? Okay, so I'm gonna start reading the verbal disclaimer. In response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health, status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it's entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active Questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercise presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult a health care provider. If a CAF member sustained an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. Okay, so for the training of today, it's going to be mobility, and it's going to be only about the hips. So for props, you're going to need a dumbbell, I would say between 5 pounds and 10 and 20, around that would be good. You're also going to need, if your hamstrings are tight, something to elevate your hips. So yoga block would be perfect for you. Also, you're going to need a mat, and it can be a chair, a bench, or a couch, because we're going to need something a bit higher. Okay? So, also, we always love it when you post video using the hashtag CAFPSPFitness and using the hashtag CPPSPFAC, so continue to do that. And we have a new challenge now, so if you want to know more about it, go see our webpage and you can win a TRX. Okay. So perfect, let's get started for the mobility class. So for the first exercise, you're only going to need your yoga mat. I'm going to start with my left leg externally rotate, pointing to the side of my mat with a wide stand and my right foot pointing forward. Okay, so here we're going to start to mobilize slowly the hips. I'm going to place my both hands on my hip, and I want to have my hips square, so my hips are facing the side of my mat. So here, I'm going to bend slowly the front leg, and at the same time, look at my hands. I want to raise this hip and lower this one. Come back with your hips level. Okay? So in this exercise, you should feel the work in your left hip, really in the joint. So we're going to move like this for 45 seconds. So be ready and go. Bend the leg, lower the left hip, and raise the right. Come back, inhale. Again, exhale. Try to bend deeper. Inhale, exhale. Think of your hip horizontal when both legs are straight, and try to lower your left hip when you bend your right leg. A few more seconds, almost done. your mat. And this time, I'm gonna lean my shoulder to my front leg, and I want to lower this time my right hip and raise my left one. Okay. At the same time, so it can happen like a bend in the hip, but I really want to keep pushing my hips forward at the same time. So again, come back to center, and this time both legs stay straight. So lower the right hip, bend, and come back for 45 seconds. Be ready, and go. I also forgot to tell you, if you want to add your own music during the training, go for it. Exhale when you bend, and inhale, come back up. Keep your right hip pushing forward. Holding your hips help a lot to feel the movement and really think of lowering the hip that we want. Perfect. So I'm just going to turn my right foot forward and turn my left one to go in the other side. And we're going to start with the first one. So as I bend my leg, I want to lower my right hip and lift my left one and come back. And go. Lower the right, feel the work in the right hip. Come back. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Come back. Try to go deeper, bend a bit more. Keep your torso straight. A few more seconds, 10 seconds. Almost done. And keep this stance. So this time we're going to lower the left hip and raise the right one, and I'm going to lean to the side. Make sure you keep your hip pushing this way. And go. Straight, exhale, raise your hip, your right hip, lower the left, come back, inhale. Keep going, find your own rhythm. Few more repetitions, 10 seconds. Try to bend a little bit more to the side. And come back. Perfect. We're going to do a last one. We'll mobilize also the hip joint. So you can go on your mat. And we're going to lay on our left side. My left arm is going to be under my head. My legs are going to be at a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to raise maybe halfway my upper leg. So if you lay on the left, it's going to be the right one. So here, I want to fix my knee where it is. And I want to rotate, externally rotate to start the more I can, keeping my hips stacked. So if I'm compensating like this, it's not what I want to see. So I really want to engage my external rotator and my core stay super tight to fix my hips vertical. And after, I'm going to keep always my knee at the same spot and go in internal rotation. In this case, it's tempting to go your hip forward, but I really want you again to keep the vertical position. So for 45 seconds each side, in 3, 2, 1, go. Right hand on your hip, and really try to go the farther you can in the range. Keep your knee at a 90-degree angle. Brace your core, belly button in, engage the deep muscle. Keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Slowly in control, brace a bit more. And switch sides, same thing. Right arm under your head, left hand on your hip, left leg halfway up, and go. Internally rotate, externally rotate. Internally rotate, fix the hips, belly in. 30 seconds to go. Look the range that you can get, and maybe try to go a bit farther. Less than 10. And done. Good job. So for the next one, you're going to need your chair, your couch, or a bench. If you're close to a wall, it can help also, but you can also do it without a wall. So I'm going to place my left leg outside or in the corner of something, the bench, the chair, or the couch, but my foot needs to stop like this. So I have the inside of my bench, it's inside my foot, okay? So here, I want to stand tall, and I want to find a stand that is stable for me. So choose how you want to place this leg. If it's very close, it's going to be a bit unstable. If it's a bit farther and to the side, it's going to be more stable. So here for the first 45 seconds, I want you to rotate the more you can the same side, so the left side, and come back to center. If you have something in front of you, I can also help and use the wall to go deeper into the pose, okay? So back and forth for 45 seconds, and go. Can keep your left hand on your hips also. Rotate also the upper body and the head. Seconds to go. Almost done. 10. Try to go a bit farther. Perfect. So stay in this position, and we're just going to move a bit our right foot so it's a bit more to the side, to the right, okay? So here, I'm going to stay in internal rotation, and I'm going to use this leg to bend and extend. So as I move slowly, as I bend slowly this leg, I always want to be in the maximum of my internal rotation, okay? So maybe at a different angle, you're going to be twisted more or less twisted, but I really want to keep you to keep the stretch, okay? So for 45 seconds, internal rotation, and go, bend, and come back. So as you can see, when I bend my leg, for me, I have more internal rotation. I can turn a bit more. Maybe for you it's not the same, but I really want you to rotate the more you can in every angle. Seconds. Almost done. 5, 2, 1, and done. Slowly replace your foot closer and step out of the pose. Same thing the other side. If you have something, I forgot to say, but if you have something under your knee, it's helping a lot. It's more comfortable. And in every mobility drill, you always want to be more comfortable to be able to relax in the pose. Okay, so 5-year stand. You have your right leg back. The inside of your foot is touching the corner of your chair, your bench, or your couch. And starting with the rotation now. So rotate to your right and come back. Keep going. Try to have a retroversion also in your pelvis, so no bumps out. 10 seconds more. Almost done. Perfect. And just move a bit your left foot to the side. Go in internal rotation and bend and come back. Keep looking the right way. Seconds. Almost done. Keep going. And good. Perfect. 13 people watching. Perfect. Okay, for the next one. Perfect. We're gonna still need the bench or something to lift a bit more up your hands. Okay, so I hope you're gonna be able to see well, but I really want you to focus and look at my legs. So I'm gonna choose a wide stand and my toes are gonna be pointing to the side. I'm gonna place my both hands on something. Just know that if you have something that's long, it's gonna help you to move your hands to the side, and it's gonna can be more easy for the leg if you deload your weight in your hands. If you only have a chair and it's not wide enough, you can always use only one arm when we move to the side. Okay. So first one, I'm gonna keep my arms straight and I'm gonna bend one knee at the time. I wanna push my knee out here and I wanna lift my toes up the side of my straight leg. And I really wanna have a straight spine the more I can. So bend to the side, lift the toes, come back straight. So I'm lifting my hips in between the repetition. Okay? So it's gonna be for 45 seconds this position. So be ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Bend, raise the toe. Come back up. Bend, raise. So as you can see, as I bend, I need to bend also my arm, but I want to keep my back straight. I want to look up. 15 more seconds, try to go deeper. If your feet are slipping a bit to the side, you can always replace your feet. You don't have to go for the split. Perfect. Good job. Next one is going to be kind of the same, but I want you to keep your hips as low as you can in the transfer. It means that you're going to be in a squat at a certain moment in the transition. So I'm going to show it. So again, my hands are on the bench. Bend your left leg, toes up, and slowly I want to bend my right knee and replace my foot on the floor and extend after my left one and raise my toe. So straight spine, try to keep your hip same level the more you can. For 45 seconds and go. Bend, 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 squat, raise the toes. Squat, extend one leg, lift the toes. Push your knee out, push your knee out when you're in your squat. Seconds to go. Almost done, less than 10. Go, go, go. 2, 1, and done. Good job. For the next one, we're going to do kind of the same, but I want you to have your hands lower, so with a bigger bend in the hips. So for me, I'm fine to do it hands on the floor, but maybe if it's too deep for you, find just something to elevate your hands a bit. Okay? So for this one, I allow you to bend a bit more your spine if you need it. Okay? Woo! It's a bit slidey here. Okay. So I'm just going to demo it once. So hands here, bend, straight spine, straight leg, bend. So that's the first one. So yeah, clearly when you have your leg in this position, if you are a lot bent in your back, you need something to elevate a bit your hands. Okay? So let's get started with this one and go. Bend one leg, again raise the toes. Straight before and bend. Straight and bend. "25 seconds. Almost done. What I was talking about with the hands, that if I can also move my hands at the same time to deload also. Perfect. And the last one, keeping your hips as low as you can during the movement. So one demo, bend, go into your squat, and bend the other side. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go. So you can always walk your hands to deload a bit. Try to look up to have the less bend you can in your spine. Try to push your knees out. I think that was the hardest. Maybe I have another one that's going to be a bit hard, but that's it. Okay. So for the next one, you're going to need your yoga mat. If you have sensitive knee, it can also be something thicker. So I'm going to use this gymnastic mat. So we're going to start in this position. So try to have your knees as wide as you can and your toes pointing to the side. Okay? So here, I'm going to bend my arms and push my hip back and extend and push my hips forward. So do a retroversion with your pelvis. So we're going to move like this, and you should feel a work in your hip joint for 45 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, go. Then push your hip back and extend your arms, retroversion in the pelvis. If you can, try to slide a bit more to the side your knees to be more in a split. Don't forget to breathe into the pose. Keep going. Perfect. Same thing, but with one leg extended, so we're going to extend the right leg. So same position for the left one, extended leg. If you have socks on, it's going to be a bit more slidey. So maybe if you want to take off your shoes, that would be a good idea to help you to slide a bit more. In 3, 2, 1, go. Same movement. Push up, retroversion. Down, push your hip back. So same thing, but with one leg extended. Make sure your toes of your left foot is pointing out. Again, maybe see if you can slide a bit more on your knee and your right foot. And down. Perfect. Other side, left leg extended. And right leg bend. Last set. And go. Bend, push back, extend. Keep going. Try to relax into the pose. To have a mat that's soft for your knee will help. Less than 10. And good. Done for this one. Perfect again. The time is flying. Okay, so for the next one, you're going to need your yoga mat and maybe your yoga block. So if your hamstring are tight, so this is for me kind of a yoga block. It's NSAID block, kind of the same. So you can sit on it and you're going to have your left leg extended and your right leg bent like this. The right leg, I really want you to have your knee the more back you can to work the external rotation, okay? So choose a height that allow you to have a straight spine here. When you find this the good height for you, You're going to place your hand behind your head, and we're going to bend, do a lateral bend inside the right knee, okay? So I know that most people are going to use this, but I'm going to do it on the floor because I have the mobility for it. So 45 seconds this side and 45 after the other side. Perfect. Also, if you have shoes for this one, I find that it helps to keep your leg at the same spot, and when it's slidey, it doesn't help for this one. Okay, so be ready. Push your belly button forward, knee out, and go. Bend to the side and come back. Move slowly in control, and never lose. Don't bend more when you bend to the side. So it's really a lateral bend and not a flexion. Keep going. Try to reach farther. Open your elbow to the side. Chin tuck. Keep going. 2, 1, and down. Good job. Extend your leg and bend the other leg. Perfect. Ready? Same thing. And go. Push your belly button forward. Try to keep your toe pointing up. Keep going. Knee out, chin tuck, elbow to the side. Go, go, go. Almost done. 2, 1, and done. Good job. If you need to stand to have a little break, you can do it because the next one is kind of in the same position. So again, I really encourage you to use block as you need it. So I'm going to do my demo with the block just to make sure that everybody understands me. So this time, both legs straight, and we're going to do kind of a little routine. So I'm going to have my hands behind my head, and I want to bend forward, but I don't want to round my spine at all. So keeping my spine still, I'm bending, and make sure you're able to come back. So don't go too far, and you have to use your hands. So find that sweet range that you can come back. After, we're going to combine with a lateral bend. Again, I'm pushing forward my belly button. So lateral bend, lateral bend. And here's the tricky part. So you have many options. The goal is to raise your both feet at the same time. So the easy version would be to place your hand behind and lift your feet. So hands behind, it's a bit easier. And after, it's hand closer to you or farther to you. I don't want to have your feet raising a lot. So it's just a hover that I want. Okay? So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the little dance with all the movement in a row. So forward, come back, side, side, and lift the feet. Okay? So I repeat it. If you're doing it on the floor, you can also go for this one. It's going to be way easier. Okay? So for 45 seconds, be aware of what feels good for your body when you choose the option. And go. Bend forward, belly button first, and come back. Lateral bend, and leg raise. 3 seconds. Time for 2 more. And done. Good job. Really good. So that was the other hard one. Okay, so next one you're going to need only a weight. If you've done it before, it can be around 20 if you've done this exercise before, but it's kind of a tricky one because it's not in a position that you're strong. So be careful with the weight that you choose. Okay, so 10 pounds is perfect for me. So I'm going to start with my feet a bit wider than my hips. I'm going to start also externally rotate with my dumbbell up, and I want to reduce the space between my arm and my head. And as you can see, when I'm externally rotated, my palm is facing this way. Okay? So listen carefully for the next part because it can be a bit tricky. So I'm going to start just telling about my torso. So my left hand is on my thigh, and I'm going to bend to the side and slide my hand below where I can. And always keep my hand on top of my shoulder, and I'm always looking at my weight. Okay? So second thing I want you to look now is my arm, my right arm. So as I lean, I internally rotate the more I can, and when I go up, I externally rotate. Also, last one thing I want you to look at is my spine stays straight. So I'm not rounding or bending. I'm keeping my spine straight, and I'm only rotating. Okay? So many things to think. Both legs straight, slide your hand here, spine straight, rotate, and start externally rotate and internally rotate as you go down, externally rotate as you go up. So do your best for the coordination in this one for 45 seconds and go. Keep always your hand on top of your shoulder. Brace your core. Try to stabilize the more you can your shoulder. Almost done. 5. Perfect. And other side, same thing. Weight in your left hand and right hand sliding on your right leg. And go. Internally rotate. Look up, slide. Keep going. Keep both legs straight. Go, go, go. Almost done. And done. Good. Okay, so now that you understood this one, I'm just going to switch it a bit. So come back with the weight in your right hand. And so same thing, start in external rotation. And this time, I'm going to have my arm in this position. So a 90-degree angle. And I'm going to bend both legs at the same time. And I want to place my elbow on my thigh. Okay? So basically I'm doing a squat and the bend with my torso and the rotation. And I'm doing the same thing with my upper arm. Internal rotation, external rotation. So be ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Squat, look up, come back up. Knees out, look up. Good job. Brace your core, straight spine. Go, go, go. 15 seconds. Try to go deeper a bit in your squat. Perfect. Other side, same thing. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't forget internal rotation as you bend, external rotation as you extend your leg. Keep always your elbow, wrist, and the weight over your shoulder. Almost done. Go, go, go. In control. Good job. We have the time for a last one. So again, for the last one, you're gonna need your chair, your bench, or your couch, and we're gonna use the side of it. And that's it for this one. Okay, so standing just in front of the corner of your chair or bench, and here I'm gonna place my right leg in front. I'm going to do a retroversion with my hips, and I really want to engage my left glute. So here, I can have my arms to the side to help me to balance. I want to lift my foot up. So find something that is challenging for you, but we're going to kick up after. So up and up. Okay? To go the extra height, I really need the help of my left glute. And I'm using my hip flexor of my right leg. So this one is going to be hard, and that's good because we're going to finish on this one. So 45 seconds of this on each side. So be ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Brace your core, retroversion, up and up. Come back down, up, 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 up. Try not to lean back with your shoulder. Your torso is not moving at all. If you want it to be prettier, you can point your toes. 15 more seconds, almost done. Go, go, go. Go higher if you can with the leg. And up. Up. And done. Good job. Last slide. You got this with the left leg. Brace your core, engage your right glute, and go. So that's it for the mobility training of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be there for the next 15 minutes. If you have a question on my exercise or something else, feel free to ask, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.